Welcome back to episode 5. As promised, I have turned off the OD, you've only got 2 hours left to deliver this load and you're 2 miles away music. And we're now going to take our load, and I was correct, it's a double, it's an HCT, of used packaging for £6,000 back to Helsinki. I'm honestly starting to think I should have probably set my headquarters at Helsinki. I spend more time there than anywhere else. Not that that's a bad thing. So, here we go. Let's get the show on the road. Obviously, you'll all see episodes 3, 4 and 5 after I've completed all 3. And obviously I've posited some questions in those videos. So please let me know what you think, because it's Sunday for me here. As I was saying earlier, Super Bowl Sunday. So I will be enjoying myself watching that. Philadelphia Eagles versus Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be enjoyable. I've always liked American football, especially the Super Bowl. It's such a great event, so much fun, and the hubbub around it is just so. The build-up is, it's really cool. There isn't a hope in hell that really Premier League and stuff like that could ever come close to doing that sort of pizzazz. It truly is an American original, the Super Bowl. And apparently we have the half-time show, from what I've read and heard, is going to be Rihanna. So it should be a good night. So as I say, we're heading to Helsinki. Now I'm trying to, after episode 3, when I did 2 jobs and the video came out to just about an hour and a quarter. It was like, that may be a little bit long. It was quite long for me, to be fair, to be talking and trying to concentrate on the driving. And it's 10 to 9 in the morning, oh no. So coming through here could take a while, because we're in rush hour traffic. I'll just change the camera view so you can see just the queue we're looking at. Isn't that just absolutely delightful? And it's not exactly small behind me either. This truly is proper rush hour traffic. And this is all thanks to the real traffic density mod. It creates timed pockets of traffic. And it's brilliant. I love it. It's annoying. It sure is annoying when it's like this. But it's what you get every day of your life if you are a truck driver. Okay, you're driving through a big city at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's a lot of traffic on the road. Of course there is. So, yes, I'm thinking we'll continue with maybe 1 or 2 factoids. This should be only 220 kilometres, so we may have time to get a second run in this video. I don't know. We'll have to see how the time goes. So I'm spending a lot of time looking at my watch, just making sure of when I've started. So as I know when I need to be looking at finishing. I think half an hour to 40, maybe 45 minutes, pretty much where I want to be. I don't really want to be over 45 minutes. Now, that may change when we come to the position of having really long runs. Oh, Jesus Christ, she was close. Yeah, when we get up to doing 1,000 miles, 1,500, or 1,000 kilometres, 1,500 kilometres, then we may have to look at sort of one journey potentially being spread over 2, 3 or even more episodes. Just for the sheer fact of the driving time involved. Because this being ETS, 90% of the countries have an 80 kilometre speed limit. Portugal, France, Spain, they're 90. Up here in Scandinavia, it's 80. The UK is 97 kilometres an hour, which is 60 miles an hour. That used to be 56. It was put up a little while back. Romania has 100. I think there's another couple of countries that have 100, but I can't actually remember them. There are quite a lot of countries in ETS, and most of them do have the same speed limit. Most of them have the same 80 kilometre maximum speed limit. It's a decision the EU took a number of years ago to cut down on accidents and to improve safety. Whereas obviously in the US, this is one of the things I really like about ATS, is in a lot of the states, if your truck can do the same speed as the cars, you can go that speed. Texas, Nevada, there's parts of those states where, and it is true to life, where roads are 80 miles an hour speed limit for cars, and they're also 80 miles an hour speed limit for trucks. And I saw quite an unnerving stat regarding that a month or 2 ago now, so excuse me if I do get it slightly wrong. But the US, for lorry drivers, truck drivers, has the highest death rate in accidents of any country in the world. And it is posited that that is due to the fact of how fast they are allowed to drive. Personally, I don't subscribe to that theory, because I believe that having a difference between different vehicles is actually what causes most of the problems. I think, quite honestly, that you'll tend to find that the people who cause the majority of accidents are not actually speeding. I personally feel that the majority of accidents are actually caused by people not going fast enough. Now, I know that sounds like a very Jeremy Clarkson type thing to say, but I'm not talking about everybody should be going around like their hair's on fire and driving at 150 miles an hour down the dual carriageway. It's just, that's just stupid. But we have speed limits, they're there for a reason. But it's when you get people who do not achieve that speed limit. I honestly believe those are the guys and girls who cause the majority of accidents, because they are not keeping up with the flow of traffic. And anyway, I seem to have jumped onto a soapbox I didn't know was there. Apologies for that. I sort of went into slight auto rant, but there's certain things I feel strongly about and certain things I'm very meh about. But speed kills and all of this palaver is one of the things I do have a bit of a beef about. So apologies for starting to get a bit preachy and a bit ranty. So okay, let's move off of auto rant and move on to a factoid time. And this factoid is to hopefully appeal to the child inside all of us. And it certainly appeals to me because it reminds me of my childhood. Just when I read this, I already knew it, but when I read it, it took me back. It took me back and to a time when I had no bills and had no pain. So it's a cartoon, and it's a cartoon that was pretty popular in the UK, and I think it was pretty popular around most of Europe. I don't know if it ever reached the States. But it's the Moomins. They were little blue cow-like, hippo-like creatures. And they were created by Tove Jansson. I hope I've pronounced his name right. Who was a Swedish-speaking Finn. Remember earlier factoid where I said about the amount of that Swedish is one of the official languages of Finland. There you go, Tove Jansson was born and bred Finn, who was a Swedish speaker. And what I didn't know, I only ever saw the Moomins on TV as a kid, and I actually still remember it. It's very strange, but I'd sort of forgotten it until I read The Moomins are Finnish. Ooh, the Moomins. Oh, I remember them. It's one of those things that gets locked away in that funny little filing cabinet that we call the brain. But along with the TV show, the TV show they had, they also starred in 9 books, 5 picture books, and a comic strip. Now those I didn't know about. Maybe they didn't reach the UK, but I never remember seeing anything like that. And leading on from that factoid, staying with the Moomins. Why would you not want to stay with the Moomins after all? They have a Moomin World theme park on the island of Kailo, Kailo. I assume it's Kailo, in southwest Finland. And it's open daily from mid-June to mid-August, so only a couple of months if you wish to go. And they also have in that theme park the Moomin House. It's a blueberry coloured house where the Moomins live. And I thought I had to turn here, and I didn't. And it's one of the park's main attractions, and it has 5 levels. Now, to be honest, if I had young kids, I'd probably think about that, because I'm just a big kid anyway. So here we go. I've managed to go the wrong way again because I am such an awesome driver and navigator. One more little factoid, I think, is due, because it's looking now that I've added quite a bit of mileage again to my journey. I'm so glad I don't pay for the fuel. It looks like there's every chance that this could well be a 1 delivery episode again. Like I said, please, from the last episode, I shall ask the question again, and I'll also beg you for the answer that I actually want. If you want to see me have the voice navigation on, please let me know in the comments. Or maybe you enjoy seeing me make a complete prat at myself and driving many extra kilometres than I need to. As we saw in the last episode, it was a 220 kilometre run, but because I missed the turning and then took the wrong turning, I ended up doing nearly twice that. Like I say, I'm glad I'm not the one paying for the fuel. So, excuse me. One more factoid, I think. How much time do we have? Oh, we've got 8.5 hours to deliver this. Oh, God, dear, oh dear. Loads of time. I could milk this. Okay, let's just get round this bit to make sure we don't screw it up any more than we already have. I love driving. As I said in the previous episode, why I can navigate perfectly on my motorbike in the real world, but I haven't got a hope of knowing where I am at any given moment in a driving game is quite frankly beyond me. But I'm also, it only appears to be these games that do it. I can play F1 and I almost zone out. When I'm playing an F1 game, I zone out. It's almost meditative to me. After I've done a couple of laps, I know the circuit. I know the circuits anyway. I watch Formula 1 and have done for many, many, many years, 30, 40 years. So I just sort of know the tracks, and I zone out, and I know, but I come back and I know exactly where I am because I know the tracks. So that is easy for me. For some reason, getting this little lot right seems to be an absolute bloody nightmare. So we're back in the correct direction now. Only 70 kilometres to go. As I say, this is looking decidedly like it's going to be a one delivery episode. Now it's, as I say, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I will get to the factoid, possibly. As I say, it's Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm doing, again, as I said, the schedule will become Monday, Wednesday, Friday for ETS videos, and Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday for ATS videos. Now the ATS videos will probably start next week, so the week after Super Bowl Sunday. I just realised I had my foot down a little hard there. So I won't be producing any more videos until next Sunday. So please let me know any answers to the questions I've posited. As I've got plenty of time before I make the next videos to see where we are and what we're going to be doing. So, only 30 kilometres to go. Nice. So we may well not now get to the next factoid. That may have to now wait until next week when I make my next videos. And in relation to, are we coming up, is there a lot of traffic up here? Yes, there is a hell of a lot of traffic up here. So we want to be turning left, so we'll come into the left lane, seeing as it's quiet. Now, in relation to the upcoming ATS Let's Play. Now, I asked in the previous video, let me know in the comments which state I should begin in. And I don't mean my usual state, which is dazed and confused. I just mean which state I should start in. And also, what truck should I pick as my favourite? Because obviously that's the truck that I'll begin with, and that will be, or potentially will be, the truck that I move on through the career with and buy and potentially, hopefully, become a millionaire with. So, please do let me know. Because I don't really mind. I'm not leaving that gap. Yes, I've done some driving in London. Don't want to leave too much space. Because I make these videos for my enjoyment, I also make them for your entertainment. If you've got any ideas, any suggestions, just vague criticism or naysaying of what I do, those comments will be deleted and will be blocked. But, constructive criticism is all good. If you think I've done something I shouldn't have done, let me know. If you can see something that I should do, let me know. Let's make this interactive. Okay, I'm not at the point yet of doing live streams, but if we get enough people on this channel, then it's something I will definitely consider. I would consider a webcam, but I wouldn't want to shock you all and scare you all with the way my bloody face looks. So yeah, I'm probably, yes, when people say about an oil painting, yes, I think my oil ran away, in fact. As I say, please do, feel free to let me know what you think, within reason. As I say, just keep it light. I will admit I'm actually struggling slightly with trying to moderate my language somewhat, as my normal pattern of speech I think would make most sailors blush. But as I say, once I get a proper video editing suite, there's a potential that I may no longer moderate my language. I'll just beep it out, anything that is mildly offensive. And then it will probably make these videos slightly less stilted than they are. And if anybody has got any suggestions, because I don't like using the keyboard with this game. So if anybody's got any suggestions of anywhere that I can get a button box, doesn't need to have any toggles or anything like that. Just pure and simple, round buttons. I've had my eye on one that's Sim Racing for You, because his button boxes seem to be really good, and I've just gone past. It's not a major problem. There's a truck dealer just round the corner here. But yeah, if anybody knows of a good producer of button boxes, let me know again, and I'll figure something out. I've been considering, in actual fact, I've been considering making my own. I'm not half bad with the soldering iron. I actually trained as a mechanical engineer. And I've done many and various jobs over the years, but my main love is engineering and woodworking. So I've sort of been debating making my own button box, potentially making one that's marginally insane, using an Arduino Leonardo PCB. Now, I do know that you can get PCBs that you can use as game controllers, and rather than having to solder, they're actually a push fit. If anybody knows what they're called, because I looked them up probably about 3 PCs ago, and I can no longer find what they're called. So if somebody can help me out with that, I'd very much appreciate it. And here we are at Salo in Helsinki. There's another good driver as well, Mika Salo, Finnish. I managed to time that right and didn't have to on and off on the brakes, so that makes a nice change. I think we're finally getting used to the way the new braking system works. So I think that will probably do us for this episode. I think we're somewhere around half an hour, and we're making good progress. And as I say, let me know. I did ask it in one of the previous videos, so nobody will have seen it yet because it hasn't actually been uploaded yet. But please do let me know if you want me to grind on video or if you want me to just give edited highlights until we get to the position of being an owner-operator. So yes, the episode 3 will be released on the 13th of February, then the 15th for episode 4, and the 17th for episode 5, which is this episode. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and as I say, do leave any comments, constructive criticism, or telling me I'm doing a good job. And I shall see you again very soon. Bye for now.